Hi, good evening. I'm Shane Jones with the Lime Sports World. Barbados are the champions of the WICB's regional under-17 cricket competition. A victory over Jamaica coupled with a loss for leaders Windward Islands in the fifth and final round this evening propelled the Bajans to the title by 0.4 of a point ahead of the Windwards. Playing in Tobago, Barbados fielded first after losing the toss and dismissed Jamaica for 121 in 31.3 overs. Tremaine Harris took 3 for 20, Dominic Drake 3 for 30, and Shamar Springer 2 for 28. Barbados then easily moved to 127 for 3 in 34.3 overs to win by 7 wickets. Dikembe Wilson was unbeaten on 51, while Barbados was winning. Windwards, on the other hand, was losing to Trinidad and Tobago by 7 runs, leaving Barbados on top of the standings with 19.9 points to the Windwards' 19.5. Jamaica finished third on 18.6. Combined campuses and colleges have been dropped from the regional first-class competition. According to a statement issued by the West Indies Cricket Board, the decision to exclude the CCC was made during a board meeting in Antigua over the weekend. However, the WICB has approved a recommendation for the CCC to compete in next year's Super 50 tournament. The WICB also approved a recommendation for the WICB first-class competition to consist of 6 premier regional teams. Those are Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, Leeward Islands, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Windward Islands, while the board approved those same 6, along with the CCC and other invitational teams, to participate in next year's Nagico Super 50. The decision is said to be a part of the WICB's new thrust to restructure regional competitions and, among other things, make them more financially viable. And last year, the West Indies Players Association expressed its concern over initial moves by the WICB to exclude the CCC from regional competitions. Well, rain washed out cricket action in various grounds today when the 2014 Garfield Sobers International Schools Cricket Tournament was scheduled to continue. When a CBC team made its rounds this morning, play at Friendship, Gull Hill and Greens wasn't possible because of soggy conditions. 8 matches were scheduled for today. Football news: the conquering Germans arrived home today carrying the spoils of war from their victorious FIFA World Cup.
The team flew in from Rio, where they beat Argentina 1-0 on Sunday. There they are in their bus through the crowds. There were huge cheers when they arrived. Their plane even did a lap of honor for the crowds. Christina McFarlane was with the fans.
The German national team returned home here to a hero's welcome and to one of the biggest parties in German history. 500,000 fans packed into the fan mile just behind me here to see their team take to the stage with a trophy they've waited for the past 24 years to return here to Germany. For the first time as a united Germany, they will now have 4 stars on their national German shirt, and this day will live long in the memory of all those who've witnessed their team bring home football's greatest prize.
After 3 months of training, a 20-member Barbados squad will leave the island tomorrow for the Dominican Republic to compete in the Caribbean Football Union's Under-17 Men's Championship. The young national side has had a few practice matches during that training period, with a friendly international against a senior side from Trinidad and Tobago. Coach Colin Harewood told CBC Sports that although he would have liked more practice matches for the youngsters, he understands the circumstances and still believes the side will do well.
I must admit, the BFA has put a lot into the team in terms of helping them get to the level they're at. The only problem I got, we haven't been able to get the games that I would like, but I know how the financial situation is. But in terms of the team, I think the team has gelled good despite the conditions, because we didn't have the chance to play this body and that body, but what we do is come together as a group. We play a couple games against the Barbados under 23. We play a couple games the Barbados under 20, and the Barbados national team. We ain't trying to build just a department in strength. We're trying to let the strength be the team. Team is the strength, really. I wouldn't say that this part and that part strong. What we're trying to do is get the unit in the short space of time we had them to play a little bit more cohesive and let that be the strength for the team.
Well, Barbados will play Guyana on July 18th, host Dominican Republic on July 20th, and Antigua and Barbuda on July 22nd. That's the first half in sports. Back in a bit. Four Barbadians were scheduled for battle in this evening's finals of the Caribbean Junior Squash Championships in Bermuda. Last night in semi-final action, the Bajan players all won in straight sets. Megan Best beat Charlotte Toogood of Bermuda in the under-13 girls 11-2, 11-1, 11-6. In the under-13 boys, Kamal Cumberbatch defeated Shamari Wilshire of Guyana at 5, 7, and 8. In the under-15 girls, Amanda Haywood got past Trinidad and Tobago's Marie-Claire Barcant at 4, 3, and 3. And in the under-15 boys, Josiah Griffith defeated Bermuda's Dylan Pratt at 4, 6, and 1. The Barbados Commonwealth Games team will leave in a couple of days for Glasgow, Scotland, the site for the 2014 edition of the multi-sport event. Team Barbados had a special meeting recently as part of their preparations. CBC's Marcia Boyce reports.
The briefing session, which included members of the Youth Olympic Games team, provided information and motivation for the athletes. Among the presenters was 1998 Commonwealth Games gold medalist Andrea Blackett.
When you put on that uniform, know that it's not just about you anymore. It's about you representing every Bajan here in Barbados. There's no pressure, right? There's nothing at all separating me from any one of you here today. As high-performance athletes, I'm sure that you know that there will be highs and lows, ups and downs in your careers. I believe that my biggest motivations have come from my biggest failures and letdowns. Important lessons and tests of character come when you have to roll up your sleeves and persevere and just make it through the tough times.
We cannot allow our small size as a country limit what we can achieve in any endeavor. Of course, sports being just one of them. And I feel that the inspiration that we get from sports, and by extension, the inspiration that we get from you, can help us to transform our nation of Barbados. And I believe that when you get out there in Scotland and you believe that, you can accomplish anything that you set your heart to accomplish.
You are an ambassador for your country and must at all times project an image that will do your team and your country proud. Remember that the Barbados media and the Barbados public believe that once you've been selected, you're capable of winning a medal. And while the ultimate goal is to win medals, your primary focus should be on doing your very best at all costs.
The Commonwealth Games run from July 23rd to August 3rd in Glasgow. Marcia Boyce, CBC Sports.
Thanks, Marcia. Some of the island's young basketballers have been engaged in a coaching clinic with members of the visiting Ottawa Phoenix Basketball Club. President and founder of the Canadian-based club, Andrew Waterman, who is a Barbadian by birth, says that over the past 20 years, he has been developing the sport at the junior level in his adopted home. He added that the tour to Barbados is one that was long in coming.
Every time I come to Barbados, you know, we're talking about basketball. I see what it can do for the kids. I see the kids here playing, talking to some of the powers that be with basketball in Barbados, and thought it'd be good to come down on a tour. We have a couple of young men with us that really deserved it. They've been with our team for 5 years, ever since we were little kids, and we thought it'd be good for them to finish up their careers with us by coming on tour to Barbados, a place that I know and a place that I love. Everybody's come out and supported the kids, helped the kids out, shown them a good time, been to a lot of beaches and done a lot of different things. Playing the competition has been great. Being able to get into the arena and play on the wood floor, which seems to be a rare occurrence, is very good. So anytime that we can spark change and help change the culture and grow the culture of basketball, we're willing to do that.
For two of the players, the experience is one that they are truly savoring.
It's been really amazing to see the difference in basketball culture and just culture in general in this country. And I think I'm gonna, like, maybe it hasn't all hit me yet, but in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, it'll really hit me what I've gained from this experience. And I know it's gonna be really amazing to think back on this.
From the moment I stepped on the plane, it was pretty exciting, landing here, staying at Golden Sands Hotel, having the beach view, and it's just been amazing.
You've been with the academy now about 3 or 4 years. How has that experience been?
It's been really good. It's really family-oriented, like off and on the court of basketball. I mean, we do a bunch of volunteers for Ottawa, where we're from. We hang around a lot. I mean, everything we do is just to become better men. They teach us really family aspects and how to carry ourselves and how to talk to people, and obviously really teach us the game of basketball.
As part of the tour, the team was also involved in a series with the local combined schools team, the Tridents, and swept all 3 games. CBC's Anne-Marie Burke was at the Wildy Gym for the final matchup, which the visitors took by a slim 1-point margin, 89-88.
Ottawa Phoenix, playing in the black, already won the first 2 games and were just looking to sweep the series. That was Keon Johnson with the layup. The Tridents were not making it easy for them and had an answer to every point they scored. Tayoka Young with a nice 3-pointer. Alston Harris takes it all the way to the basket, finishing with an effective jump shot. But the Tridents will have a very slim command of the first quarter. Again, the effective 3-pointer, Avery Bryan this time around. Tridents with a 1-point lead, 25-24. Into the second, and Tridents stepped up the pressure. Driving to the basket was Anton Lawrence. Ottawa were not sitting back. Johnson again the man to make the basket. But Tridents were on a mission and ended the third with an 8-point lead, 52-44. They maintained that lead through the third, but Phoenix started a fight back, strong defense, and as shown here, converting at every opportunity. Phoenix were really on a mission. Harris again with the jump shot. But as I said, Tridents were holding on to that lead. Lawrence just inside the arc for 2. Nikolai Burton is left free and easily lay up end of the third, 77-70 to Tridents. But the game took a turn from the first ball of the final period as Phoenix went into overdrive. Brandon Magnonier cleans up this rebound. Johnson, the man for his side, gets in on the act and Phoenix moved ahead by 1. The Tridents were fighting as best as they could. All hands were on deck, but Johnson was the man as coming back from 8 down, Phoenix gained the crucial 1-point advantage. A last-ditch effort by Burton was just off the glass, and that was the game. Ottawa Phoenix Academy of Canada takes it at 89-88, sweeping all 3 of the series games against the local schoolboys, the Tridents team. Anne-Marie Burke, CBC Sports.